Hello and welcome again to our 6th episode of the Artist Play Through It series. This is our ongoing series of tiny concerts, little concerts in Big Sky Country that we're doing for Open Aid Alliance, an amazing organization I'm going to tell you a little bit more about at the end of the show. So stay tuned for that and for a raffle drawing because we have some amazing gifts to give away as well. We're here as usual at Rockin' Rudy's Record Heaven, where you can get yourself completely immersed in the vinyl lifestyle. Scott and other folks will help set you up and make sure that you have enough vinyl until your heart's content. Well, tonight we have a really amazing performer, local legend, amazing singer-songwriter Tom Catmull is going to be performing several songs for us. So let's take it away. Let's hear it from Tom.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks for having me. Open Aid Alliance and Record Heaven. Rockin' Rudy's Record Heaven. Not easy to say. Here's a song about a bad guy with good intentions. It's called Never Say Never. I lost my baby in a game of cards when the 7 snuck up on the 10. Honey, where you been? Baby, where you been? Well, I swear to you, baby, I'm never gonna do it again. A silver-toed cat cries now and then, chasing chickens right out of the pen. Honey, where you been? Baby, where you been? Well, I swear to you, baby, I'm never gonna do it again. Well, I swear to you, baby, I'm never gonna do it again. Your mama begged you not to go. Give him a month or two, it's cold outside. Some men want what they ain't got. Some men end up doing you wrong, baby, doing you wrong. Baby, doing you wrong. Well, I swear to you, baby, you better know I'm gone. When I come back and we're painting the town, tell your mama it won't be long, it won't be long. It won't be long. But I swear to you, baby, you barely know I'm gone. Your mama said I told you so. He's gone for good this time, I know. It's true. I lost my baby in a game of cards when the 7 snuck up on the 10. Honey, where you been? Baby, where you been? But I swear to you, baby, I'm never gonna do it again. Thank you. All right. I realized that I left my pick box and my harmonicas just out of frame. Not very pro of me. But I'm back. This next song is a... let's see. This song started... I was in a little songwriting group that was put together by the YMCA when Amy Martin was working for the YMCA, and she put together a whole bunch of classes, music classes, and hired a bunch of her buddies to do so, and mine was a songwriting class. And it's not like I was teaching songwriting. It's more like a songwriting group, but we got together each week, and there were probably like 6 or 7 of us, and we'd come up with a song topic, and then the next week we would all present like 6 or 7 songs on that topic. It was pretty fantastic, actually. And the topic, at one point, we decided to jump on a color, and the color was blue, and I thought, well, that's going to be fun. So I came up with this thing, and my trick was going to be that I was going to write the song blue and not mention the word blue. And I completely failed in that regard because this is called Blue and it says blue several times. But I tried, and you might be able to hear me trying in the first verse. It goes like this. If it wasn't for the clear sky or the deep sea or the wild yonder, I wouldn't be feeling so alone. My life is a rainbow of all the colors, save the one from a box of Crayola. Divorce the green and yellow tones. Say the word, say to me, are you blue like a tree? Say the word, and is it true? Could you be blue? I ought to write a lonesome song for the way I felt when you stood up and left me, the way that the deep south used to do. They stole it from a continent where the news of the hurt in the world still arrests me. A word for the horrible beauty of true. Say the word, say to me, are you blue like a tree? Say the word, and is it true? Could you be blue? La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. La da 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 da. If it wasn't for the clear sky or the deep sea or the wild yonder, I wouldn't be feeling so alone. My life is a rainbow of all the colors, save the one from a box of Crayola. Divorce of the green and yellow tones. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. All right. Let's see here. This tune, one of my first gigs in Missoula was, we kind of took over an open mic at the Top Hat, like in 1994, late 94. I had just moved to town, and we did an open mic, and nobody showed up, and nobody was showing up for a while, I think, and the owner at the time asked us if we wanted Sunday nights because he was tired of, the guy who was running the open mic. I think Jan was his name, if anybody remembers Jan. Great guy. Was tired of running them, and nothing was working. They're like, hey, if you want to do, if you want to do Sunday nights, we could offer you, I think, 10% of the bar, which is basically turned out to be anywhere between $7 and $13. It's crazy, but it's all right because I'd never really had a gig before, and that had a big stage and had a big old mixing board, and we kind of get your little stage legs going and try to figure out how to play music. And so I was playing there one time, and somebody came in and said, hey, I saw your name on the marquee, and your last name is Catmull. My grandmother married a Catmull. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. And I was like, what was his name? And he said his name was Merlin. And I was like, interesting, Merlin Catmull. I'm from a bunch of people who live out in Utah and Idaho. I was raised in Texas. This is all confusing. But anyway, and there's some crazy names, and Merlin Catmull's out there. And I asked my dad about it a couple of nights later, and he said, yeah, Merlin, he got married, and then he disappeared on his bride, and then a couple of weeks later, he turned up in Boise, Idaho. He called home and needed to be picked up, and so she went and picked him up, which I thought was awful nice of her to do. And she picked him up, and he was drunk and out of money, and Merlin died of mysterious causes shortly after that, which I thought was fascinating. Anyway, this is going out to Merlin. This is called Ketchum. It wasn't Boise, it was Ketchum. That's where the call came from. I got a love as big as China, and I got a shovel in my hand. I got a love as big as China, and I got a shovel in my hand. And I'm gonna let the cold earth fly until I'm sure you understand. They say the ocean is black as midnight and cold, cold as a beggar's empty hand. They say the ocean is black as midnight and cold, cold as a beggar's empty hand. Well, little water's bound to rock a tiny boat now and then, now and then, now and then, now. So I'm gonna drive on down to catch him. I'm gonna drive on down to catch him if I can. I am gonna drive on down to catch him. I'm gonna drive on down to catch him if I can. I'm gonna let the candle burn until the well runs dry again. The well runs dry, the well runs dry. I have got a love as big as China, and I got a shovel in my hand. I got a love as big as China, and I got a shovel in my hand. I'm cold earth fly until I'm sure you understand. 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 That's for Merlin. Thanks. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right. Well, let me get everything I need here. Whoosh. You feel I'm very self-conscious about jumping out of the frame. Let's see here. I want to thank the Open Aid Alliance for having me for this, and I hope that all of you are giving freely. The Open Aid Alliance does a lot of good work in this town, and has been I don't know, something that we've all come to rely on and oftentimes take for granted. And so we need to do less of that. And I appreciate the fact that you guys are having me, and I appreciate that you're listening and supporting right now. Thank you for that. Record Heaven is fantastic. I feel like I'm surrounded by legends. I've got Rick Nelson staring at me from a garden party, Dean Martin and Anne Murray, all just staring me down. Benny Hill. Okay, I could go on and on. The last time that I was asked to do an event-ish kind of thing, or to do something to support Open Aid Alliance, I was in a band called the Clerics, and we used to play the Union Club all the time. And they called me up, and they said they were putting together a calendar of all kinds of local people, and they were going to sell it and raise money for the Aid Alliance. And I was like, this is fantastic. This is a great idea. But we had to be naked. Everyone in the pictures had to be completely naked. So that was very, very exciting. I can't remember what month we were. We might have been December. I can't remember. But we all got up on stage. The four of us got up on the stage at the Union Club with our bare feet on that kind of gross stage. It's not gross anymore. They actually cleaned it up a little bit. But it was a little gross at the time. And we posed for a picture. So somewhere out there is a picture of me and three other semi-hairy individuals posing with our instruments. Just so, to leave a little mystery. Thank God, quite frankly. Okay, that's all I got. That's the end of my story. And this is the end of my musical adventure in this room at this evening, or during this evening. Thanks again for supporting Open Aid Alliance. Thank you, Record Haven, and everybody who's putting this together. I don't think I have too much to promote. Quick promotion. I was supposed to promote something. I have a stream that happens at Tom Catmull Music on Facebook every Thursday night. It happens at 7 o'clock, and it is called Concierto con Cactus 1 week, and the next week it's Concierto con Travis. It alternates back and forth. Travis Yost, super talented friend of mine. This week, actually, it'll be too late, but this week it's Travis. Next week, we're all out of time, so I shouldn't even tell you. But every Thursday, here we go. This is called Don't Let Her Get Down. I left my jacket on a bar stool. Cursed the darkness when the wind blew. Cursed the smoke and the doorman's name that mostly I forgot. At 9:30 I'm a 4 count. At 1:30 I'm a light switch. But it's mostly in between, it seems that I am not. Don't let her get down. Don't let her get down. Don't let the sand to your foolhardy get around. Don't let her get down. Don't let her get down. 'Cause you ain't fooling anybody in this this town. You liken it to painting an artsy turtleneck and saint, and a little habit that you just can't do without. But this morning brings you coal black, with a touch of white to pull the bite back, and with a little cane to help you walk on by your sturdy little doubts. Don't let her get down. Don't let her get down. Don't let the sand to your foolhardy get around. Don't let her get down. Don't let her get down. 'Cause you ain't fooling anybody in this town. There was a tale about an oil man begging for change with just a Coke can. Christians, Christians everywhere, but no coin fitting in. He spent his tender in his youth now, and dresses it all up as truth. How if a right-hand turn will make you old, you're still left with turns to make you thin. Don't let her get down. Don't let her get down. Don't let the sand to your foolhardy get around. Don't let her get down. Don't let her get down. 'Cause you ain't fooling anybody in this town. Nah, you ain't fooling anybody in this town. Nah, you ain't fooling anybody in this town. There it was. Thanks again for having me.
And thank you so much to the incredibly talented and fully clothed Tom Catmull, doing a wonderful series for us in this Artist Play Through It concert series that we're putting on for Open Aid Alliance. I said I'd tell you a little bit more about Open Aid Alliance, and please stick on just for a moment to hear about it. Open Aid Alliance, we found out in a meeting earlier this month, it turns out they provided housing assistance for 87 people in the Missoula area during 2020. So think about that. That is almost 100 people who might be homeless or unstably housed were it not for the efforts of this amazing organization. But that's not all they do. They also provide medication, they do testing, they do treatment, and all sorts of services for people at risk for HIV/AIDS. If you are thinking about how wonderful that is, why not give a little bit of your money to help support the mission of Open Aid Alliance and our Artist Play Through It series? We're really hoping for monthly donors. Giving just $10 or $15 a month is a wonderful commitment that you can make that can help sustain Open Aid Alliance's programs and all of our different amazing activities. And there's also a bonus. You get entered into a raffle. I pull out this very fancy hat, and we can find out on a monthly basis who is going to be winning some gifts. And we have some pretty cool ones this time. If you want to keep listening to Tom Catmull, we have an amazing Tom Catmull CD, along with a super funky Rockin' Rudy's record tote, so you can take your records around with you wherever you go. And this is going to go out to Kim Cochran. I'm going to be sending that to you in the mail. We also have a second gift, which is yet another Tom Catmull CD, and one of these amazing Rockin' Rudy's tumblers, which is kind of silicone. It's a pretty interesting material. Get your camping on. This is definitely going to be good for that. So a CD and a silicone cup goes out to Jonathan Bricker. We're going to be sending that to you in Seattle. So again, tell your friends about this series. This is one of the best things happening in music right now during the pandemic. We're going to keep providing shows for you every third Thursday. So keep by following Open Aid Alliance on your social media. Look at givebutter.com for our upcoming concerts, and make sure that you're following us so that you know when a new one is going to be released. Until then, take good care.